Hello everyone. Today or tonight we are playing Test Drive Unlimited. Just waiting for OBS to actually hook the game though. I don't know. Okay, there it goes. Now it should work. Did it hook? Come on, hook the game. Okay, there it is. So the game got hooked. Now we can actually play. Now, I have been wanting to replay this game for a good while. I did do a complete playthrough with my girlfriend on the PSP version, but the PC version is like completely different besides just the same map. Like you have different types of events, different cars, the progression is a lot different. So yeah. Now, I do have a save file here from some past streams I did, but I want to start over. I do have the Koenigsegg and everything. It's it's a bit sad to have to go back, but I want to start over because I want to do a proper playthrough with proper graphical settings because I had to play on windowed mode in order to stream it. And on windowed mode, let's just say the game locks you at 480p. Minimum settings, just everything minimum. Minimum settings, resolutions, everything. It just looks awful. So after a lot of troubleshooting and tweaking and just trying a bunch of things, I managed to get the game to work on windowed mode with max settings. So we're going to do a playthrough like that, and later on I might even use some mods. Now, very important thing to note, I am simulcasting the game, so we are streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, but sadly I can only see the Twitch chat because I only have one monitor, and in this case I have to play full screen, so I'm forcing the game to be windowed full screen essentially. Because if I have it on a window and also have the YouTube stream on the side, it might not accept my inputs. So with that said, let's just get started and play the game. So we're going to profiles. We're going to make a new profile. And what do I... Okay, just go here. In the non-PSP, PS2 and Xbox 360 version, we get to choose our character, first of all. Okay, the volume is a bit loud. Let me see. I need to turn the volume a bit higher, but here, we get to pick our characters. So last time I went with this guy. In the PSP version, I think you're stuck with this one in particular. And it doesn't matter which character we go for because we can customize them differently. Since you can dress up your character with fancy clothes and whatnot. So let's see. Hmm. I'm thinking of going with this, but now let's just go with this again. So we go to Wahoo on Hawaiian Airlines. Now I'll have to fix the audio in a bit. It's way too silent. But after the cutscene, we'll see that the engine sounds are actually not that quiet. It's just the cutscene sounds, so I'll need to adjust that. Not that there's any more cutscenes, that's pretty much it. Now the game looks a bit funky. Let's see. Something of going with this, but now let's just go with this again. So we go to Wahoo on Hawaiian Airlines. Now I'll have to fix the audio in a bit. It's way too silent. But after the cutscene, we'll see that the engine sounds are actually not that quiet. It's just the cutscene sounds, so I'll need to adjust that. Not that there's any more cutscenes, that's pretty much it. Now the game looks a bit funky. with HDR on, because it's not a real HDR, it's software HDR that the game used.
Gentlemen, we will be shortly commencing our descent into Honolulu. The temperature on the ground is 77 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies and 55% humidity.
I hate those old headphones with a little thingy on the back.
Can I ask you to fasten your seatbelt, please?
Okay, fasten the seatbelt. We'll fix the audio in a bit. And we are at Hawaii. We get a loan car to start out with. We go through the tutorial with it, but we need to save as much money as possible. So, do I get a good car to do the tutorial race with and make some money? Okay. Welcome to Hawaii. Before you start, you will have to rent a car. Go ahead and choose. Also, real quickly, I need to move the overlay. And let's just put it over here. I think we'll be fine for now. If you're online, you can access all the multiplayer features. Yeah, don't care about online. We're playing offline. So we have Audi S4 Cabriolet, Chevrolet SSR. I just find this incredibly ugly. Lotus Elise R. This is quite good. Pontiac GTO. Mercedes-Benz SLK 55 AMG. And that's it. So we have okay, D-Class, E-Class, D-Class. 250 and 4.9. So this is slower, but the handling and braking, okay, braking is about 78, handling is 83. Let's get the lease for 10 minutes. So rent. We only want it for 10 minutes. Because with the same money we have here, we'll also have to buy a house and the actual starter car. Now,
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
must now find a house. Follow the GPS directions to the nearest real estate office. Now, the countdown does not actually count when we're in menus or in races. Need to adjust my overlay again because it's on the wrong side. All right. So audio, we really need to buff it up. Because the default when you start a new game is quite low. Then, as we can see here, I can actually have the settings at max. The HDR is just the lighting. Then, I need a refresher on the controls. So, we use the arrow keys, not the WASD keys. Then clutch, in case we use like manual. Handbrake is shift, acceleration for bikes. Okay, bikes. In order to unlock bikes, you have to visit every single car dealership in the game, and then you unlock the bike dealerships. Okay. And this is for bikes, leaning forwards and backwards. Leaning forwards actually makes you go faster because less air resistance. That's an actual mechanic. Then I care about the gearing, since we are playing on automatic. I just prefer automatic for arcade races. Anyways, left, right, up, down. So arrow keys, confirm, backspace, quit is escape, pause is P. So in a race, the only way to reset the car if you get stuck in a wall is through the pause menu, not the escape menu. It makes a difference. You get different options. Then we can add map controls. So I think I will put the WASD real quick so we can navigate the map quickly, because the normal natural scroll it's the pan that I need. Pan left, pan right, pan up, pan down, there. Then for the dashboard, change view is with C, rear view is with V, horn is H, flash, this is also how you start highway races. The B here is also another way to respawn if you get stuck. Then for the radio we have the R, okay. We will deal with these settings as we go. And Hypersport. Let's just leave it at default. This is for the highway races. So we don't have to set the value every time. Now we can actually hear the game, so let's get going. Not playing at 480p is just nice. Now there are 4K mods, lighting mods. The modding scene for this game is really good.
Your destination is 3 kilometers away.
There's like car mods, there's the platinum mod, which I would have gotten. Now let me actually see if without HDR I'll actually be able to see a bit better, because I don't like the dark shadows. Yeah, definitely can see a little bit better. The shadows in the game are kinda hard to get used to at first, but once you get used to them, it's fine. But early on, when my eyes haven't adjusted yet because I haven't played this in forever,
your destination is 2 kilometers away.
It will make a difference, because I might not be able to find the path like I did there. And by the time I see the
Your
path, I
destination
have
is
crashed
1.5
trying to
kilometers away.
adjust. Now, in this game,
Your destination
when
is
we
1
have
kilometer
been
away.
to a road already, then we can just fast travel
Your destination
anytime
is 500 meters away.
to that same road. We don't have to only fast travel at specific spots,
You have reached
like
your
landmarks. We
destination.
can go anywhere we have driven to before. Okay, now let's pick a nice house. The houses decide how many cars we can own. And also they can act as a nice way to like very quickly teleport to the other side of the island. Let's say I buy a house here, I automatically get the road immediately next to it unlocked, so I don't have to drive over there to unlock the road to fast travel. And we have virtual tours and whatnot if we want to. So we can press this, let's get the tour. The house. Now houses are like, they are more or less the same. For now, we only have two options for houses. Do I buy this small one, or I buy the one that is more like an apartment? Because the apartment is really close to a lot of races and events, whereas this one is kinda middle of nowhere. Although the tutorial race is right next to this one. So let's get the apartment. They both fit only 4 vehicles. Yeah, let's get the apartment. And now we also need to buy a starter car. Okay, so you have a garage, so maybe you should buy something to put in it, right? Go find a car you can afford at one of the car showrooms. So we have 3 to start with. On the PSP version you have Ford, and the Mustang is basically the best option for a starter car. So let's just try Alfa Romeo, since it's the closest, then we'll see. I need to be able to see the stats though, so one moment. Overlay somewhere else temporarily. Okay. We cannot buy this until we do the tour of the island, so that really long 1 hour race. So we have this 243, 6.7. Yeah, that's not good enough. Let's try Audis. I'll probably end up with a Chevrolet, but we'll see. So 245, so 2 more top speed and 6.4 instead of 6.7. This would be cool, but oh well. 250, 5.9. I also have to pay attention to the group, because it will decide what events we can do, and I kinda want to start with F class events. Also, upgrading can raise the group class, so 250 at 5.9. Okay, let's try the last one. Oh, Chevrolet and Saturn, okay. Yeah, this would be a cool starter car, but sadly no. Like I mentioned, the SSR is just freaking ugly. In general, I don't like Corvettes. I hate the design of Corvettes. This would be a good starter car, but we are just barely out of budget. And this one is... yeah, it just sucks. So we are going for the Audi Quattro Sport. It's 250 and has an acceleration of 5.9. So what customizations can we get? We can't change the rims. Can we change the color to something nice? Black would be good. Let's go for blue. Now let's do the tutorial race. We get our first car, so let's do this.
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
Have you chosen the right car? The best way to check it out is to test against other drivers. Follow your GPS directions to the start of the race. Now, real quick, I want... Okay, we don't have all the options here yet. To see. We can disable the autosave, but I guess I can't. Now we have to drive quite a while away because it's where the house we didn't buy is, but should be fine.
At the next intersection,
I really like the vibe of this game though.
turn right.
And let me... Okay, we have to go into the options. I want to put the radio, so... Controls... Menus... Oh, dashboard, okay, here. Radios are... So its station song is 9. Then volume up and down. Okay, so that's the volume. How do I adjust the radio? To figure out the controls for the radio real quick, so we can vibe with some nice music, because the music in this game is really good on the radio. So controls, okay, dashboard. Chrono pack, driving aid, the right players, radio is then the volume is plus minus. Switch station is num9. It does, like, it is switching the station, as we can see, but it isn't playing. Okay. Let me try the mouse. I don't want the driving aid. Okay, we'll just figure it out later.
Your destination is 2 kilometers away.
For now, let's just go to the tutorial race. So, the way to unlock stuff in this game is you do races, you do clubs, you do like escorts, so you like hitchhiking missions, pretty much. For clothes.
Your destination is 1 kilometer away.
Then what else do you do? Obviously you have car delivery missions. Those are the best missions in the game because
Your destination is 500 meters away.
they are a pain
At the next
since
intersection,
you
turn
have
right.
to actually wait. Turn around real quick. I think we passed it,
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around.
but I think no, not this one. It might be this one. Basically, the other starting
At the next intersection, turn right.
house should be around here, anyways.
Turn right. You have reached your destination.
Now, on the PSP version, you get to choose the difficulty for the races, and if you choose the hard difficulty, you get double the money. If you choose the easy difficulty, you essentially get half. So here, I think it just defaults to the normal values. So first place gets 5 grand. And we can repeat races as much as we like.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now the AI will either launch off at the start or will just in general cheat in many ways, but we'll pick the best car so we can easily just go zooming off. The PSP version does sometimes have quite absurd rubber banding, but the PC version shouldn't have anywhere near as bad of a rubber band. If anything, it shouldn't have rubber banding whatsoever, as a matter of fact, from what I remember. We can just breeze right through here, and races can be repeated an infinite amount of times. So we can very much grind for money. If we find a nice event, we can finish quickly. And this is the finish line, so 1 minute 14, no, it's just under. So 5 grand. And we can just replay the race if we want, or we can just select next and then retry for another 5 grand. The replay is essentially just a video of the race, because apparently you have a cameraman following you. Also, I am playing with cars disabled because when I last streamed the game, I had quite the big issue with cop cars actually being invisible. So you're just driving there and out of completely nowhere, you crash into thin air and turns out it's a cop car. And it only happened to cop cars, and it seemed to be a frame rate issue. But also, I just want to relax and drive, so I don't want to have to worry about traffic. Traffic won't only screw you over though, it will screw the AI over. Okay, we almost went off there. I want to grind a little bit of money, nothing serious, maybe 20 grand from this to get some upgrades. You can get upgrades whenever you want by just going to a tuning shop. You do have to discover the shops first, but that's not a big deal. Okay, here, get another 5 grand. We can keep repeating it as many times as we want. Because events don't start giving you fewer money, they will always give you the same amount of money, so find a nice event that you can finish in just seconds or a minute and you'll be filthy rich. The best way to farm money, for example, later on is to get a really fast car and do an event that requires you to go really fast, as in hit a certain speed, within a few seconds. And with something like the Koenigsegg, the CC8S, if I remember correctly, that's in. Okay, here we reset. And to be more mindful of my speed. We do have the highest top speed. So once I get going, I'm good. All the other cars we saw so far in our ranking capped out at like 245 speed, whereas we cap out at 250. So once we get going, they pretty much cannot overtake us. We have the best acceleration and the best top speed. Again, another 5,000. And this is the last time I'm doing this. We can always come back and do it again. But
3, 2,
getting an extra 20,000 in the bank is just nice. We can get some upgrades. If I do the event 2 more times, maybe 3 more times, we can even afford a new car. But I want to avoid buying too many cars for now. Eventually, you do want to buy one of every car in the game. But for now, we don't really need that many cars, so we just need one of every category. That could have gone badly again. Curbs do upset the car quite a bit. Now, the physics in this game are weird in that the cars are way too planted. So if you try to do a jump, like you go really fast off a ledge or something, instead of a jump, you'll just do this weird thing where you start going airborne, but then gravity just pulls you way down. The gravity in the game is ridiculously strong, probably because they didn't want the cars to go flying, but then they overcompensated. Uh, 27,000. No. We are going to do it one last time, just to break the 30,000 mark.
3, 2, 1, go!
Then we are going to see if we can get some upgrades and just do the other events as well. Now this game doesn't have anything like Nitrous and whatnot. The upgrades are just stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, that's it. And on the PSP version, whenever you become president of a club, you'll get free upgrades, like the next upgrade becomes free, no matter how much it would have cost, and it doesn't even need to be an upgrade for the same brand or type of car as the club is about. So I need to find some clubs and hope that they work the same on the PC version. I haven't played the PC version since I streamed it like 3 years ago, I think. Might have been 2. There we go. That's 32,000 in the bank.
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
Let's see where the game wants us to go to next. And like that. Instead of doing a jump, you do this weird... Okay, here, it will be much clearer. The car just slams down because the gravity is excessively strong. I'm driving with my offhand now, just to rest my fingers, so when it's time to race, I'll actually drive properly. If I start driving weird, it's just because I'm using my wrong hand to drive. I'm using my left hand to drive with the arrow keys, not WASD. Because this is an older racing game before WASD became the standard. And here are the cars. The NPC cars would just be all over the road,
Your
and there's two
destination is
issues
3 kilometers away.
when you try to play this game on a new computer without modding the NPC cars. The cop cars, there's two types of cop cars if I remember correctly. One type will be 100%
Your
invisible,
destination is 2 kilometers away.
so you'll just be crashing into nothing and they'll start chasing you. So that's one thing I didn't
Your
want to have to deal
destination is
with
1.5
on a chill
kilometers
stream.
away.
And the other
At
is
the next intersection, turn right.
the NPC cars will literally
Your destination
just
is
swerve
1
into your
kilometer
lane.
away.
Even if it means going the wrong, like on the wrong lane, they will just swerve just to slam into you. So they will go on the wrong lane on purpose right as you approach them, and that's
At the
an
next
oversight
intersection, turn left.
because of their AI at higher frame rates.
You have reached your destination.
Alright, let's go home and check our mail. The news. The news. Report. We can see. Okay, so we have the game progress at the top, and then we have the levels like rookie and whatnot. As we get more of this done, then we can unlock more stuff. So here for the rookie, we have the challenges. So for example, win the Gold Cup in 5 single player races, then 46, etc. And all these just give experience towards this. Then successfully complete 3 missions: top model, hitchhiker, vehicle transport, and courier. So top model and hitchhiker will give us stuff for clothes. Vehicle transport and courier will just give us a mountain of money, especially the vehicle transport, but that is unbelievably annoying to do if you have traffic on, because it pays 80,000 just right out of the box, and if you do it with 0 damage to the car, you get an extra 50%, so 120,000 for simply delivering a car. The only problem is that the car will just get damaged by the tiniest bit of gravity acting upon it. You go over a tiny little bump on the road and it gets damaged, so you lose the 50% bonus. Okay. Gold Cup. Yeah, this is a really nice event. Island Tour. So for purchases, own at least 2 different cars. We can get this. And Ben Sherman, those are clothes. 2 houses. Should be easy enough. 15 houses. Now, in the PSP version, once you finish the island tour, you automatically get all the houses in the game gifted to you, saving you about, what, 4 million credits, like $1 worth of costs. Then these are just us driving a ton. So we have done 20 out of 30. Discover all the roads. This means driving on every single road, and that means that if a road goes both ways, we have to drive both ways, because some roads will count different, like as separate. And this is what we're going to do here, so we're getting that but we just need a few more points. Getting to amateur is not hard at all. Okay, you are now ready to burn some rubber. If you are online, you now have access to all multiplayer features. Now open the map of the island to see your new objective. So we open the map. The roads you have driven on are highlighted in a bright color on the map. The blue icons represent solo races, while orange icons represent multiplayer races. Multiplayer is off the table here though. Note that you can also set a GPS target on your map. So these here are events that you have to drive safely to get to the destination in time. If you do that, you get clothes. Well, coupons for clothes. Let's start with this. We haven't driven to it yet.
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
We have to get to it. But once you have driven on a road before, you can just fast travel. This says a time race. You must race against the clock. I really like doing these races because they're nice and simple. I do find it funny how these races pay less than the tutorial race though, considering the tutorial race was a joke. Now, at the bottom we see the distance to the next checkpoint. We have 3 checkpoints. The 4th checkpoint is just the finish line. And we need to be faster than 1 minute and 10 seconds. Easy enough.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
I'm driving a bit safely here just to avoid any accidents until I get used to the handling a bit more.
Turn left.
Because I don't want to overshoot any corners. Now early on you do have these arrow thingies showing you where to go, but later on I think they just disappear. Anyways, 1 minute and we get 4 grand, right? Yeah. Not redoing the event, we're just going to the next event. We're just going to rapid fire through some events. Pure acceleration. This is a top speed race. This is a speed race. Your goal is to drive past each radar trap on the circuit at the highest speed possible. It's up to you to figure out which is the best route. I really like these races because you essentially have to plan a path on the spot to drive us quickly through all the checkpoints, and then it's the average that counts. Oh, I have to press to finish, okay. So that is 3000. Let's also retry it. This time I'll just go straight ahead without worrying about the path because it is literally just a straight line, and I want to see how quickly we can do this. You see if it's worth repeating for a bit of money. Not a fan of the flashbang though. Okay, 25 seconds, more or less. I think it's better to farm money on this than the tutorial race, but it also can get a bit boring. Let's do the hitchhiker. Well, this is a model, but Same thing.
Nice wheels. Real nice of you to stop. So hot.
Yep. So we have a minute and 20 to book it to where she is without scaring her with our awful driving. So we need to avoid bumps. We need to also avoid off-road.
Turn right.
If you go off-road, the bar goes down. You get the same bar in the other missions, like the hitchhiking missions, or the missions where you deliver a car. And if that bar goes empty, you immediately fail. Now, you also need to brake right on the marker for these ones, because if you overshoot it, it doesn't count. So I need to time my braking correctly, so it should be here.
Now I'm all hot and bothered.
All
Too bad
hot
this
and
is where I
bothered.
get out. Give me a call if you're ever in the neighborhood again.
And we can repeat these as many times as we want. Perfect. So we get extra, like we get one extra. And all these special missions we have to do perfectly because some of them, like the car deliveries, are one time only. The clothes ones are like infinite, however. Now, you can buy clothes in the boutiques with these coupons. So let's maybe find a boutique. So we have an event here. How about we do this? No, it's the one we already did. Never mind. I'm looking for boutiques. I could just open them up. Okay. This is a car dealership, Jaguar. The classic car dealer. Okay, I'll let her say it.
However, some automobiles are rare and less available than others.
So, XJ220, a really cool car. But then we have out of stock ones. So these will just become available every now and then, and we'll get notified. We can also book it, essentially, saying we can reserve it. But I don't want to reserve it. I don't care about it. The Miura is decent, but not that useful. This one is the good one. I would love to buy this. Okay. I want to see the price going up thingy. That's great. There should be a boutique around here. I can just open them up and find them, but that's a bit boring when we also will eventually need to explore all the roads in the game. For now, I'm just doing some crisscross patterns to unlock some more of the roads. Again, the moment we have driven at least once on a given road, we can immediately fast travel to it. There should be something good over here, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Haven't played this in forever, but at least I remember some stuff. This is what I was looking for. These are boutiques. Want to change your image? You're in the right place. This fashion boutique offers a huge selection for your wardrobe. Each clothing store has its own unique styling collection. So this is biker gear. And basically we use the coupons we have. And I want to see for boots. No, I know exactly what I'm going for. Okay, we unlocked one boutique. And here we get a tick mark on the little box saying we have done it. And then if it has the leaves, it means we did it perfectly. Okay, we are going to do this one. We'll have to drive to it, but I don't mind. This gives me an excuse to drive more.
Turn right.
The more we drive, the more points we get towards leveling up, and the more roads we have available for the fast travel.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
I really wish this car had slightly better brakes though. Okay, so here, to gain access to the store, you must first discover all the car showrooms.
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around.
I could go from over here, but fine.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Now, I hope the GPS in this game is not stupid like the PSP version. In the PSP version, the GPS will repeatedly tell you to drive literally against traffic, like backwards. Just because it's faster, technically speaking. Okay, what do we have here? Let's do that.
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around.
Since this goes more or less the same direction we were going already, might as well do this.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
Now, even going over a bump is enough to get the driving rating down, so we need to be careful.
Turn left.
The constant sounds of sirens in the back makes me feel like I'm constantly getting chased by cops. So it's a bit hard to relax like I was planning to. Anyways, I need to spot my braking correctly again, because you can overshoot it. So you have to land in the little area.
Oh, we're here. Thanks. Catch you later.
Okay, how many tickets? 6 should be. Yeah, 5 plus 1 for being perfect. And we get some news. Nice. Easy going tourist. That's a good start. You've already driven 30 miles. So if we open the map, we should be a bit closer towards the next rank here. And we are all the way over here, next to the event I was planning to do. So, two birds with one stone, essentially. Just a little bit further away, and we'll be there. And if we drive anything, like past anything interesting on the way, we are also doing that. I see something over here.
At the next intersection,
Okay.
turn left.
So this is a realtor. Different realtors will have different buildings for sale. So we do want to find all the realtors as well. And I do like how the game expects you to just, over time,
Your
discover
destination is
everything. Check the Nissans. Maybe
When
350Z
you
will
buy
be
a
cool.
vehicle, make sure that it belongs to the group you need.
Alright. 350Z coupe or as Americans say it, or how it's actually spelled, coupe. So 350Z coupe and Nismo Estune. This is a lot better for barely any price increase. R34, always a good car. But here, so we have the 350Z, and this is 350Z Nismo Estune, and we see the little wrench thingy. This means that it is the first upgrade of the 350Z. Cars will have 3 upgrades, and sometimes they will turn into an entirely different type of car. Not always, but sometimes, and those will count towards 100% completion. And some of them can only be gotten through this way. Now, we'll probably go for the R34 when we need a E group car. We are almost there in money, but we can't get it
Kilometer
just yet.
away.
Sadly. That was a biker. I felt very tempted to
Your
drive into
itinerary is being
him
recalculated.
because bikers will crash. At least you will crash and then you'll just respawn.
Your
Bikes,
destination is 500 meters away.
they don't control badly. Okay. Bikes don't control badly exactly, but it's very easy to crash on a bike in this game. At least from what I remember. Especially if you
have
go
reached your
even a tiny bit
destination.
of road. Alright, 5 grand with a time trial. Let's do this. 2 laps.
3, 2, 1, go!
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Now, if it's anything like the PSP version, some of these time trial events will penalize you for going off-road to take shortcuts. Not all of them,
Turn left.
and sometimes the penalty is not bad enough to not
Turn
do a cut or a skip. All hail the mighty respawn button. Okay, lap 2.
At the
Yeah,
next
we have the
intersection,
sizzle.
Turn left. Turn left.
Even if I drive like a turtle, we still have it with this car. These events are all meant to be beaten with pretty much every starter car with barely any effort, so
Turn left.
unless you buy an absolutely trash starter car, you should be perfectly fine.
Turn
Also, you
left.
don't even need to buy cars to do events. Once you have your starter car, you can always just rent a car temporarily. Right, 5 grand. Let's find another event to do. What's nearby that is interesting? Let's do this one. 8 grand. If this is good, we're going to do it a few times. Although it's a bit long. 2 laps, 9 checkpoints. So 4 checkpoints each lap, essentially. And then you have the starting line as the fifth.
Turn left.
But yeah, we'll quickly start raking in the money. I don't need to farm money yet. Honestly, I can get through a lot of the game with this car. Like, a lot of the early game with this car without any upgrades, just because it's pretty much the best out of the F cars. And from what I remember, the AI will, even when it doesn't specify that an event
At the
is
next intersection,
this
turn
rank,
left.
the AI will generally have the same rank as you, or sometimes one rank higher, which is not that big of a difference. Like, this car is a lot better than some of a higher rank, for example. Yeah, as long as you don't crash here or anything, we should
Turn left.
get through this lap safely as well and finish with maybe a 2:05 time.
Turn left.
I do need to figure out how to play the radio though before the next race, just so we can vibe even better, because there's some bangers. The PSP version even had classical music
At the
like
next intersection,
Swan
turn
Lake and
left.
whatnot.
Turn left.
So imagine doing a hardcore race while like Swan Lake is playing. Okay, and I guess I went a bit faster than I expected. Okay, 8 grand. I'll happily take that. Single player Vic level 1. Bravo, you've won 5 gold cups out of 120. Okay. Amateur level, so we now have more events and access to photo mode. And our first delivery mission. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing the delivery because the delivery is essentially just free money. 120,000 for just a little delivery. So as long as we don't screw it up, we should be fine.
You're taking to get it repaired? Okay. Just bring it back in good condition.
This is a vehicle transport mission. You must deliver a vehicle to its destination. You have no time limit, so we can literally go as slow as a turtle. Be careful, as these missions are long and each collision will reduce your reward. However, you can earn much more with a perfect race. And these ones are all single attempt. This is a one-shot mission. If you succeed, you won't be able to do it again. So we have the price on the side, 80,000. Even the tiniest bit of curb riding will make that go down. So we just drive like a turtle. It will take a while,
Turn right.
but it's 120,000 money we are talking about. Enough
At the next
to buy a
intersection,
house
turn
with the
left.
rest of the money we have.
Turn left.
Should we go
At
from
the next
the highway?
intersection, turn left. Turn left.
And if we use the pause menu, we can restart the mission. But once we beat it, that's it. Now these missions are also good to give you an idea of what cars you can potentially start using late game. Since usually it's either collectible cars like old classics that have their own separate cups, or it is just rank A/rank S cars, like a real high group cars.
At the next intersection,
Okay,
turn
that
right.
bump
Turn right.
could have lost us some money there. And the game will be very slightly lenient, so if you go down to like 79,500, you are still safe.
Left.
But dropping below 79,000, you just lose the 50% bonus. I want to do this 100% perfectly. Avoid all curbs, avoid all bumps, don't mess anything up. Don't overspeed too much.
Turn right.
Nice and safe turning.
You are driving in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it doesn't
Please turn
matter.
around.
The road goes the same way.
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn
Just make a
around.
right here and we're pretty much on the correct
Turn left.
road. But again, these roads count as two different roads for driving on them. The highway can be a bit bumpy, so I need to slow way down. We saw how bumpy it was. If I hadn't slowed down there, I would have lost money. It's all jittery. You see a big wide road and you think you can book it, but no, in reality, it's just going to screw you over. Had that happen with the Koenigsegg after upgrades way too often, where I just think, okay, I can step on the gas now. But then I just go sideways a tiny bit later. You can see how bumpy the roads are. And gets worse because of the extreme amount of gravity the game has. Okay, almost there. I don't want to jinx myself by saying we have this, but I think we have this. I don't think I will mess up literally 100 meters from the destination. Okay, perfect delivery. One out of 30. Perfect. So we get an extra 40,000 for a total of 120,000. Now sadly we can't repeat these events. have some more news. To read the news, we have to go home. Let's do this one, since I can just fast travel to it. Race. Against F ranks, we should have the best F rank, unless they have upgrades. So we should be fine.
3, 2, 1.
And essentially, we just clear as many events as we can. That's basically it. While exploring the island and unlocking all sorts of things. I don't want to rush to the higher ranks though. I want to just take the game nice and slow. It's supposed to be a chill stream. Playing it safe there. If anything upsets this car when it's turning, it's just going to go into the wall. But yeah, this was a very easy 5 grand that I'll happily take. Later on, again, there is a race that will give us 25, I think, 25 grand in literal 20 seconds by just getting a fast car and accelerating in a straight line. Okay, for this one we need better cars, but I want to use the filters and filter out to filter out. Can we set it to cannot filter by just class sadly, but I will just put it as unfinished challenges. Okay, there. So now we can only see the races we haven't done. No point in repeating races this early in the game. So we're going to try and do as many as we can. Okay, 2 laps. Let's do this.
3, 2, 1, go!
Turn right.
There's no penalty for crashing into them, so it's all good. Also, I'm starting to actually get kinda hungry. I did eat a decent East dinner. I had something we call here short skewer. It's like, instead of being on a big skewer over like a spit roast,
Turn right.
it's like a small version of it. So about like 15 centimeters of meat, maybe 25 on the bigger end. But I had just a normal sized one, so about 15 to 20 centimeters. Granted, it's meat, so it kind of just shrinks slightly as it cooks. So I had that with some fries and pita bread. Really nice meal, but it just didn't fill me up enough. I might just make some sandwiches. I have work at 9 AM my time, so I'm just chilling here for now. Okay, so let's do this one.
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
Wait, I saw a realtor.
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around.
Alright. Just so I can fast travel to them later. Ah, I was trying to crash into them. Oh well. Wait.
You are driving
Is
in the wrong
this
direction. Please turn around.
US muscle cars. What do we have here? Chevrolet Camaro, Shelby Cobra, Daytona Coupe, and Shelby GT500, and the Pontiac Firebird. This turns into the Trans Am, which is one of the few American cars I actually don't mind. Mostly because of red line, but yeah. Chevrolet Corvette, Stingray. It's not a fan of American cars, honestly. Old American cars, like muscle cars, are all about just tons and tons of just
Your destination
power,
is 3 kilometers away.
but some of the worst handling imaginable. Like
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
if you are doing anything other than driving on like in a straight line, it's just not good.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Just taking a little bit of a shortcut.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn
I'm
right.
going to very quickly come over here because I see something.
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around. At the next
Mercedes,
intersection, turn
nice.
right.
So what do we have? CLK 55 AMG, DTM AMG, 55, oh, CLS. So we have the CLK 55 and the CLS 55. One of them has two upgrade versions, and then the SLR McLaren, great car. Mm-hmm. $460,000. Bit expensive. If I do have a bunch of money to burn on an expensive car, I'm just going to go grab the Koenigsegg. To be honest, because it just destroys most
At the
events
next
in the game.
intersection, turn left.
Anything it can join,
left.
it will just destroy. With the only exceptions being some like a really tight zigzags through
Your
the
destination
mountains.
is 1.5 kilometers away.
But even then it wins. It
Your
just
itinerary
might
is
have a
being
little bit of
recalculated.
trouble because it will be kind of unstable. Okay, I'm going to
You are
backtrack
driving in the
slightly
wrong direction. Please turn around.
because going off-road does not count as having driven the road, so I might not be able to teleport. Now off we go.
Your destination is 1 kilometer away. Your destination is 500 meters away. At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
You just had to check whether there was something behind me or not.
You have reached your destination.
Right. First to cross the finish line. Let's do this. This one has more opponents this time around, so might be a bit tougher. But still, we should have the best of the cars. As long as we don't get stuck in traffic, we should be perfectly fine. We also have the highest top speed.
At the next intersection, turn left.
Okay. I kinda overshot it. Like a tiny bit. We might need upgrades. Like it might be final time to go look for upgrades. Yeah, just turn right in on me. Get that slipstream. And off we go. Don't close the door. Yeah, just turn in on me. Thank you.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
That's what you get. Yeah, I did a cut there. We should just barely be able to catch up if we get going. And the next checkpoint is far enough. No. Okay, I'm going to try and see how we can do this. I need to get through the traffic as quickly as possible to not get stuck behind.
3, 2, 1, go!
Then on that single corner is where we can gain or lose a lot of time.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Perfect. He crashed. That's exactly what I needed. The fastest guy crashed. He has the same car as me. That's why he's so fast. But when I have to get through the traffic, it's very hard for me to not fall behind. Because I lose about 3 seconds or so to the traffic. He ends up 3 seconds ahead of me. So then he got stuck there. Now it's just me shooting off to the finish line. Alright, perfect. I'm not trying that one. Alright, so let's see, what do we have next? I will look for a tuning shop. So where do we have a tuning shop for our brand? Oh, we have the Ford dealership here. I can check that out later. And I need this one. Do we have any? Guess not. Maybe we need to do some more stuff to unlock them. I'm going to do all the F races, so let's see. I'm going to fast travel here. And set this race. No. Let's set this race.
Your itinerary is being recalculated. You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around. Turn left.
That's another thing I like about this game. We can basically fast travel whenever we want. Besides when in a race, obviously. But this is the starting house that we did not buy. Then we have a race here. We are going to come back and do this later. We're going to do the other race first. The reason is the other race won't move us as much, and we have unlocked the ability to fast travel to this race now.
Your destination is 1.5 kilometers away. Turn left.
This is what you get for overtaking me. That will be more climactic. But
Your destination is 1 kilometer away.
Alright, be the first to finish the finish line. Just short oval racing, essentially. Anyway, it's just tiny little laps. There's a Chevrolet there that just looks hideous.
Turn left.
And I know a lot of people are going to hate my opinion on it, but I can't think of a single Chevrolet, like Chevrolet, that actually looks good. Even things like CO6 and whatnot, those are just ugly to me. If I want a cool looking car, I'll just look to either Asian cars, like Japanese supercars, or obviously European cars. Right. Then we do this. We can immediately fast travel to it since we passed by it. Don't see any particularly dangerous cars. We should be fine, more or less, if I don't get stuck in traffic. As long as the AI does not have the car I have, we are all good.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right. Turn left. Turn left. Turn left.
Do you like the little attention, the detail up at the sky where there's planes flying overhead when you are near the airports? Well, airport. There's only one actual airport. The other one is a military airport. And in that case, you still have stuff flying overhead, just different ones. And the finish line.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
I almost messed it up right at the end. Plus 5,000. Let's see what else. Okay, 10 gold cups out of 120. We're getting there. And now, do we have any? I want to see if we have any delivery missions left. Also, up here we have the special island, that you have to basically do a little trick to get to. And it was quite a well-known secret. For now, we have this race over here, and then we have to head further out. We want... Basically, we want to do all the beginner events first, not the amateurs. There should be one more beginner event. Unless I literally did them all. In that case, since there's no more, let's do some of these. That was one creepy smile. That smile of hers, it was only for a moment, but it was just creepy. It was like a horror game. Seriously, I need to figure out how to get the radio to work. We get the radio to work and we can really start vibing.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, we have plenty of time.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left. Oh, we're here.
Okay. So we get another 5. I do not want to quit. Okay, so next up, vehicle with 2 seats or vehicle with 2 seats. Let's do this one. If I press... How do I start the radio? Okay, let's just check the controls again. I just want to have the music play. So R is for the radio. Then volume plus minus. It's station song. Actually, just look it up. Let me see on TurboDuck if anyone has it. There are some posts from ages ago. Oh, there's a toggle, okay. Alright, let's see. So, options. Audio. Controls, let's see. So, radio jar, then plus minus. Let's try this. Okay, for some reason it's just not playing. So we can adjust the volume, but the music just refuses to play, so it might just be that I'm missing the music files. Could just be that. Hopefully it's not.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left. At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Anyways, let's not worry about that now. I can always just put some Eurobit in the back, but I'm worried about a copyright strike. Whereas if it's in-game music, can't really, like they can't do anything.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
But yeah, something like when the sun goes down, I can blast and whatnot would just be a really good vibe. I might make a playlist, or because you can actually add your own music to this game by just adding the files in a certain folder, and it accepts up to 4 different stations, if I remember correctly, like custom stations, where you make your own station and you play that music. I have one more idea to try. We'll see though after this. Okay, I'll have to break really early for this. Because of that, I saw that bump coming and
Could have been a bit fast.
the butt cheeks were clenched. Okay, let's try. I guess it doesn't work. Oh well. Next thing, this one has any restriction, this one is fine though. We're doing any that we can do, any null events we can possibly do with this car, then we are going to see about getting a new car. We might be able to do some clubs with this as well. Okay, that could have gone badly.
Turn right. At the next intersection,
And I
turn
want to
left.
do all these perfectly.
Turn
If you do
left.
them perfectly, you'll have, at least from what I remember from the previous playthrough, you'll have exactly enough tickets to buy every clothing in the game if you do all 30 of these missions perfectly and all the hitchhiking ones too.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right. Turn left.
Okay, 4 more kilometers. Easy enough though. Might not be an amazing car, but it does get the job done very well. To cover big distance. Okay, I need to not crash into that wall again, like I did earlier.
Turn left.
Sorry, I get.
Yeah, like I said, we need to stay on the road. I keep thinking I need to turn there because the road is there, but this is Hawaii, so United States essentially. Meaning that the roads are highways pretty much all the time. So instead of being like this, where you have two directions on the same road, you might have it as like
Turn right.
one entire road in one direction, then somewhere a bit off to the side there will be
At the
another
next
road
intersection, turn left.
going in the other direction.
Turn left.
The game literally lagged there. Don't know what happened. Like the game just froze for a moment, and then I see myself just veering off to the side and off-road. Now, I cannot open the map sadly, so I will need to try something I just noticed to just make this a lot easier. I can just take a wrong path on purpose, but gain a lot of time. So here,
Turn right.
we turn right, but
Yikes.
freaking curbs. So there, we turn right, but instead of turning left, we go straight. So I want to try that.
Turn right.
And here we go straight
next intersection,
instead of
turn left.
turning.
Turn left.
And now we
At the
turn
next intersection, turn left.
left.
Turn left.
This way we go on the big road where we can and just book it instead of having to take small zigzag turns. This removes 2 extra corners. There's it 1 corner. Anyways, it removes a lot of slow speed driving. It ends up being faster. Here again, it's this one. I keep thinking it's the other one, because here they wouldn't waste this much space for a road just to put 2 directions. They might have an island in between, but they won't have like a continent in between like it does there. There's just so much wasted space in American roads.
Turn left.
Almost went off-road there. That could have been bad because we are almost at the end. Only half a kilometer to go.
Turn right.
And yeah, hitting the curb in the wrong way just turns the car really sharply.
Turn left. Oh, we're here. Thanks. Catch you later.
Alright. Ooh, she gave us 7. And then an extra ticket. Okay, what other events do we have? Any events that do not require an E-Class vehicle. Cars only, yeah. We can do this and this, while also exploring a fair bit of the map. Same for the other time trial based missions. As long as it's not a race, I don't really have to worry. We avoid the race events. We stick to time trials and speed events while making our way to this side of the map. Okay. The first one to go for is this one. Speed event.
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
I should be able to fast travel most of the way there. Saving about 4 minutes of driving, potentially more. I do need to go back home to check the news though, so once we finish these events, that's what I'm going to do next, before we buy our next car. While Lupe Beach House, we're very close to having enough money for it, but I will need to buy the next class of car, so sadly I can't afford to spend the money. Now here, since I'm clearly faster than this dude, I could flash him and just do a short race for like 1,000 credits.
Your destination is
But
3
I just
kilometers
don't
away.
think it's worth it when we can do races that last only seconds and make 5,000.
Your destination is 2 kilometers away.
I really need to find a tuning shop though.
Your destination
For
is
this car.
1.5 kilometers away.
Maybe with some upgrades,
Your destination is 1
we
kilometer
won't even
away.
need to buy
Your itinerary
the
is
next
being
rank of car
recalculated.
and just skip through.
Your destination is 500 meters away. Turn left. You have reached your destination.
Alright. Speed event. We need 186 speed. We might not get this.
3, 2, 1, go!
Again, we need to make our own path for these events, the speed events. So I'm just going backwards at first to build up some more speed, since it could very much matter. Come on. Of all the places I could slide out on. Okay.
Three, two, one, go!
Let's do this. I don't know if it's faster to flick spin the car, drive back, then flick spin again. So far we are 2 kilometers slower. Need to preserve as much speed as possible for this. And that is not good enough. Yeah, we are only going to get silver at best. With upgrades, we definitely can do this. Others will be ultra close. But it gives me time to just build up a ton of speed. Yeah. So close. Very, very close. Had I not messed up that one checkpoint, we would have gotten it. So we are going to retry. It is definitely doable.
Three, two, one, go!
It is 100% doable if I don't mess up the checkpoints. They put the checkpoints relatively close to corners though. Also, excuse me for a moment. I kinda need to be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for that. Let's finish this event. After this, I will probably have to end the stream though. Yeah, this is too slow. If I get the last two perfectly, then we can make it. And of course we have a bot in the chat. You have just enough time to build up some speed and take the last checkpoint. We do this right and we have the gold. With upgrades it would definitely be a first try thing, but or as long as I don't crash at least. So with this we have to actually try a bit. Are you freaking kidding me? 0.91 faster is what I need. Okay, let's do this. I messed up the second checkpoint this time around, very slightly.
2, 1, go!
Just taking a tiny bit extra speed here. Only 157, okay. $192, okay. So we have hit our maximum. $205 instead of 196, which is our maximum. Now we just need to get the last two right and we have this. This will be very close. I need to build up an extreme amount of speed here because I messed up the fourth checkpoint. Going a bit further than the other times. Sorry, it's a stupid bug right in my face. Sorry if the blowing is loud, but I don't know where it came from. I look like a moth. Anyways, I have to ban the bot in the chat. We'll do that, however, after we hit the checkpoint. Please be enough. Just freaking barely. And that's 12,000. Now let me just ban the bot. Okay, we are... Oh, our first hitchhiker. Let's do it. Hitchhikers are a great way to just clear a lot of the map. They're essentially the same as models, but with a time limit. So you have to drive fast while also driving safely. And they will often make you go really far. But after this event, I'm going to end the stream for now. Okay, now we need to not go off-road at all while driving relatively fast to reach the destination, which usually for hitchhikers is far. Okay, 16 or so kilometers to go, but a lot of it is just big straights, so it shouldn't be awful.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
We're going through the, like, I don't know what to call it, but like the middle of the island, essentially. At least the populated middle.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
This should get us something nice. If we get it. As long as the roads stay nice and big, where I can safely book it, then it's all good. Now, down the path we just passed is a really nice thing. I want to show off later, but it involves the island off in the distance. You can see it in some parts of the map. But we are reaching the top of the island, like the northernmost point of the island. Now here the road is going to get a bit bumpy, so I need to be careful not to set the car. The closer we go, okay, that cruise ship is such high definition. ultra blurry and like 144p, like 0.3 megapixels. Alright, we're making some good time, honestly. We've done 2/3 of it, while still having about half the time left. So I can afford to be a bit more careful. And as I say that, I almost swerved. But again, I can afford to drive slower if need be. So it's fine. We are past the industrial bits. This also is nice because we clear a mountain of the island. It's part of this. We can then fast travel to at any point later. Alright, here's the scary part, right at the end. Less than 3 kilometers away. Here, the bumpiness. Whenever we go uphill, I need to be careful not to upset the car. Okay, that would have been scary. That slam can actually lower the driving rating. And like on the PSP version, there's no save states on the PC version.
At the next intersection, turn left.
So I'm doing this with my
Turn
butt
left.
cheeks fully clenched. I can't afford to mess up at all.
Turn left.
Okay, what do we get?
We're here. That's great. Thanks.
Looks nothing like a hitchhiker. 1 out of 20. And we get 12 coupons for boutiques. And we have another hitchhiker that asks for another huge distance. In general, the hitchhikers are going to be asking for big distances. Then we have E. This is a time trial, 25,000. So we can do this with our car. We can do this. Time trial, 25,000. Let's actually just finish up by visiting the island. So in order to visit the island, you have to actually come up on the mountain. And find let me see, it's here. In order to reach here, we have to come over, let's say here, but it's going to be tough. Because the moment we go off-road, the grip is non-existent. Actually, the better the car, the worse it will be off-road. Of course I hit. Of course I hit an invisible thing there. We essentially need to get to the top of the mountain. The stupid gearing in this game is just annoying. Because if it thinks you are moving, you cannot shift between reverse and forward gears. We're almost back down the mountain. Okay, I'm going to roll back a bit where it's more flat. Go as sideways as I can. Come on, you can do it. Just need to build up a bit of speed. Slowly push up. Okay. Need to find a spot where the car won't roll, just so I can check my map. So now we did only this much. We ride the edge and come to this clearing. Normally you're supposed to do it in a slightly better car, or at least an upgraded car. You can do it. Believe in this car. Now, it's not just a matter of getting up here. However, we also need to be able to go fast enough . We're at the clearing. Get over here. I think it's over there. Please don't slide down. Don't you? Basically, there's a little like half visible ring at the top of the mountain. You drive through that fast enough, and you get teleported to the little island. I just can't do it from over here. I think it is right here. Is there an easier way to get up? Okay, maybe through here and straight up. Let's try. I'll build as much speed as I can and just zoom up the mountain. If we had upgrades, it might have been a little bit... I forgot about the freaking railing. Oh well. Of course I've fallen in the ditch. Okay, it might legitimately be harder from this side. Now that I think about it, just because of all the freaking trees. Alright, let's get our bearings. So we just need to go a little bit further up. So we follow this line all the way north. Okay. The cars had slightly better grip. There we go. You can do it. We'll eventually make it up. Okay, letting the car chill a moment. And yeah, it should be right up here. So one last push. One little push. Let's do this. Okay, just straight ahead. Should be right here. Don't freaking roll down on me. Okay, there. Saved it. So the thing we're looking for is at a vantage point that overlooks the island. So the island is here, so it should be around here. Don't. Basically, it's a little thing you drive through while going fast enough and it will teleport you. All the way to the island over here, and that's the only way to access this island up here. Wait, is it this? No, it's this island. So if you can see, there's a road around it. The only way to access this is by going through here. It might legitimately be here. It's inside of a bush. It's like a little ring with like an exclamation mark kind of thing. Right up the mountain next to an edge. We might actually be able to see it with enough zoom on the map, because technically speaking, the map we see is actually the real game map. It just moves the camera from the top, which is why it takes a while to load and unload the map, like to open and close it. Mm-hmm. Hope I'm not in the wrong mountain. I know it's not this one. Maybe a bit further up ahead or something. Yeah, not this far though. Oh well. I just give up. We are just going to stop it for today here. So we are going to leave it at that. Let's go for a swim. Now, thanks for watching. See you all next time. Have a good day, night, whatever, everyone. I'm just going to get something to eat and probably get ready for work. So, I don't know when the next stream is going to be, but I might stream some more tomorrow. We'll see. Just need to work out the thing with the